Time now for night court, and it is a tasty one. Hormel Foods is facing a class action lawsuit over claims it reduced the fat in its center cut bacon by just cutting the serving size. While Hormel advertises its product as having less fat for your belly, the lawsuit argues you're being deceived because you're just getting less product. All right, night court is now in session with the founder of the Lawyer Differently, attorney Bryan Rotella, and the president of National Center for Life and Liberty, attorney David Gibbs. Welcome back to both of you.
Hi, Shannon.
Okay,
thank you, Shannon. We're
going to get right to Exhibit A. This is from the complaint. They say much of the fat savings being advertised on center cut bacon, which, by the way, it has 25% less, are due to a reduction in the serving size that Hormel uses for center cut bacon vis-a-vis original bacon, not due to center cut bacon actually being 25% leaner than original bacon. Bryan, if this is just about changing the serving size, is it really 25% leaner?
Well, Shannon, let's be honest here. We are having people sue about the fat in their bacon. I'll say it again. They're suing over the fat in their bacon. It's bacon. I think the reason they're suing is the trial lawyers over the last year haven't been able to make the bacon. Why? During COVID-19, we've had shutdowns. People haven't been able to go to jury duty. People aren't getting jury duty. Just in California alone, between March and August of 2019 and 2020, 1.4 million cases less were settled. What's that mean? Trial lawyers are hungry, so they're bringing what I call these low-calorie lawsuits, frivolous lawsuits. And in here, the standard here is the reasonable consumer. The only reasonable consumer, with respect to my good friend David, that would be duped on this is somebody who thinks that this company engineered pigs that had abs of steel. I think this case gets thrown out.
People also, a lot of them didn't go to the gym in the last year because they've been cooking things and staying home like bacon. Okay, so we want to put up the Hormel packaging. It does say on it 25% less fat on there, center cut. But you can also see the ingredients on there. So that's Exhibit B. David, they give you the ingredients. You can read them for yourself. You can figure out what you're eating here. And what about Bryan saying, listen, it's bacon. Come on.
Shannon, words matter. And I mean, can you see, I don't know what business school this guy went to, but he's like, you know what, if we serve smaller portions, we can charge more and we can lie to the consumer and we can actually make more money by committing fraud. And the reality is people count on these things. Somebody with heart disease is going to be eating this bacon thinking it's healthier, could put themselves at risk. You start looking at people with allergies, gluten labels, or other types of peanut allergies or other things, and people are counting on these companies to be honest. This is a scam. This is fraud. The company is sitting here exploiting consumers, asking them to read the fine print. They know exactly what they're doing. They're profiting unethically and really immorally, but also absolutely illegal. It's a deceptive trade practice.
Okay, well, Exhibit C is more from the complaint, which says the consumers say that they were duped. Consumers who purchase center cut bacon end up with a product that is not as lean as they were led to believe. Now, on the other side of that, we have Exhibit D, which I actually pulled from the web. This is one of the reviews for this Hormel bacon. Bubba Likes It from Midland, Texas said, the black label bacon is by far better bacon than any other commercial bacon produced. My family has tried tons of bacon over the decades and always returns to Hormel. Our true test for bacon is on the BLT. My 6-year-old granddaughter could blind taste test BLTs and pick the black label Hormel sandwich out of the group. Whatever you've been doing, Hormel, keep it up. It's working. So with those two things in mind, a quick final argument from each of you. Bryan, to you first.
Well, Shannon, in the complaint, one of these plaintiffs actually bought this bacon over 4 years, from 2017 to 2021, $6 each time. Were they duped every time? With respect again to my friend David, the reasonable consumer here is not buying that bacon every time and not realizing, hey, it's a smaller portion and that's why there's less fat. I just don't think this case passes that muster of something where you're lying about gluten or peanuts or something like that.
David?
I think this case gets thrown out.
Okay.
Shannon, the reason it tastes so good is they're lying about what's in it. They're trying to sell it as healthier, and they're charging more. They're exploiting the consumers and using their expertise for their own financial advantage. The plaintiffs here have a strong case, and they will stand before a jury, and this will ultimately settle, and Hormel will correct this fraudulent advertising.
All right, we will watch and see what Hormel puts up for its defense as it contributes to this conversation, and we'll track the case. Bryan and David, have a great weekend.
You too, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, my friend.